So in the loving kindness practice that we're going to do now, the focus is going to be on thinking of someone that we already care about, who may have been on our mind, especially because of the coronavirus outbreak. So it could be a close friend or a family member, at least someone we know somewhat, and we are concerned about them. Concerned about whether they might get sick, they might have some particular vulnerability or be in greater risk, or for any other reason we're concerned about them especially. So as we're doing the practice, I'll be inviting you to bring someone to mind, just one person to start with, and I'll also give a little bit of space to look at what our particular wishes for them might be at this time. Because each person we think of, it might be a particular concern. And so to give ourselves the opportunity just to really see and feel what we most wish for them. And then we'll do that for a little while, and then we'll settle on our usual loving kindness phrases. One other thing to mention before we start is that there can often be a frustration that we don't feel how we hope or expect to feel when we're practicing loving kindness. So that's common, it's normal. Loving kindness is a practice that's working in that area of emotion and feeling. And when we're practicing and bringing different people to mind, it's not surprising if feelings other than loving kindness might also arise. So could be, if we're thinking of someone we have difficulty with, maybe there's anger or fear around that. For some other people, it could be jealousy, could be desire, or just some sense of indifference. So it's not like something is happening that shouldn't be happening. It's just the sort of emotion that naturally arises. And especially with the practice we're going to do, where we might already be anxious about someone and their situation, then of course we might find that anxiety or fear or worry arising again. So if that happens, then, or any other difficult feeling arises during the practice, then what's the best way to be with that? Well, loving kindness as a practice is perfect as a way of exploring how to be with those feelings that arise. So if it's like we're thinking of someone and there's just a little bit of worry or fear comes into our mind, then we just kindly acknowledge that, aware of it, with kindness, acceptance, not struggling, and gently returning to our focus with the phrases of loving kindness. If it's quite a strong, difficult feeling, fear or something else, and it's feeling like it needs a little bit more attention, then of course that's when we can actually more directly bring the phrase of loving kindness to ourselves and those feelings, the sort of suffering that's being experienced with those more difficult feelings. So if that does happen, then whenever we like, we can just also take a moment to address loving kindness towards ourselves or towards those feelings. So let's settle into our meditation posture. Bringing our awareness into our body and feeling how we're sitting. Maybe adjusting that so that we're sitting both upright, alert, awake. but also within that posture, allowing ourselves to be at ease, relaxed. And so as we are aware of the body sitting in this posture, we can also become aware of our breathing, rise and fall of the belly and chest as we're breathing in and as we're breathing out. Just allow our breathing to be natural and relaxed. And we also give our mind the space just to quietly settling into a state of presence, awareness. And then we take a moment to reflect on our aspiration, our motivation for this practice of loving kindness. So it could be that we hope for some feeling of well-being, some sense of being connected with our true nature, with the natural love that is within us all. And we can also acknowledge that that love exists within everyone, and that everyone also wishes to find well-being. And to be wonderful if they could come home to their true nature, to feel deeply well in themselves, to be in touch with their loving, compassionate heart. And as a support and inspiration for our loving kindness practice, we can consider that we're in the presence of love. So this may be love in the form of a presence of brilliant white light, all the love in the universe gathered together into this brilliant white light in front or around us. Within that, we might also call to mind the most loving people, loving and compassionate people that we know or know of. Or anyone we've ever encountered or heard about who inspires us with that feeling of love. Consider they're there in front of us, smiling lovingly towards us. radiance of their love shining towards us like warm sunlight. We just rest in the radiance of this love. Allowing it to melt any worries, anxieties. We can invite this love into every aspect of our being, right into the core of our being, into our heart, empowering us with love, connecting us with the innate love within. This love which is like a healing nectar pouring into us through the crown of our head, or you could consider it coming through all the pores of your skin, filling your whole body, heart and mind. As it's coming in, we can quietly say the phrases, "May I be well, may I be happy." May I be well, may I be happy. So consider that your whole body is being immersed in this love, illuminated with this love, saturating all the cells in your body. And especially in the heart center, the center of the chest. Consider that love, radiant love. Consider it as radiant light in the center of your heart. Your own love fully awakened. And so now we're going to offer that love to someone who we're especially concerned about. So particularly at the time of the pandemic, there's someone who is on our mind, who we feel might be particularly vulnerable. They're at risk for some reason, or their situation causes us to have some worry about how things are for them, how they might be for them in the future. Could be someone in our family, friend, or someone else we know. So just see who comes to mind. And whoever comes to mind, just stay with that one person for the time being. And as we clearly bring them to mind, maybe we have a visual image of them or memory of them. And we can contemplate how things might be for them at the moment. any fears and anxieties they might have about the coronavirus outbreak or about anything else. Anything about their situation that might be challenging or potentially difficult for them. Any insecurities they might feel. And then we look at what we wish for them. You can ask yourself, what is it that I most wish for this person? So if it's, well, you want them to be safe, just see how it is to just quietly say, as we think of them, may you be safe. If we feel that they might lack support, maybe it's, may you have whatever support you need. If their health isn't so good, may you be healthy, strong, resilient. If it's their general mental and emotional state we're concerned about, it could be something like, may you have peace and contentment. May you live with ease. May you be happy. So just spend a moment just reflecting on the person that you have brought to mind and just express whatever your wishes might be for them. We'll do this for the next half a minute or so. And now whatever wishes have come into our mind, we gather them all together into 3 simple phrases. May you be safe. May you be well. May you be happy. Think of the person, bring an image of them to mind. It's as though they're in front of us, or at least we have a sense of them being with us. And from our heart, expressing these unconditional good wishes. May you be safe. May you be well. May you be happy. So just continue with the flow of those phrases. Quiet repetition. And so now consider that person looking well in themselves, smiling, looking healthy, secure. And then next, we're going to give ourselves a little bit of time to think of other people who we're concerned about. They might have already come into our mind a little bit, but just allowing other friends, family, people we know who our mind has been thinking of, just as anyone comes to mind. Could even include people we've seen on TV or been touched by their story to do with the coronavirus outbreak or anything else. As you think of them, may you be safe, may you be well, may you be happy. And now we can expand the practice out further. So we could think of people in our neighbourhood, people we know, people we don't know. May you be safe. May you be well. May you be happy. And then we extend that limitlessly, so it's from our heart that love is flowing out in all directions, extending to all humanity, to all beings. May you be safe. May you be well. May you be happy. And then we let go of the repetition of the phrases and just rest. Spacious. Be slowly opening our eyes if we've had them closed. And just taking a moment to quietly dedicate our practice. So it's like we can offer our loving kindness meditation, the virtue and benefit of that, to everyone, to all beings at this time, particularly for all the amazing people who are doing so much to support and help others, healthcare workers, so many people now helping in their local communities, people whose work maybe puts them at greater risk and just the everyday goodness that people are showing by checking in with others, maybe connecting more with them than maybe otherwise. So we can dedicate it for the welfare of everyone who's contributing to a positive response to the pandemic, but also we share it equally with anyone who we might feel critical of or we feel isn't responding in the best way. We share the benefit for those people also, that they might find the wisdom, the love, the freedom from fear, whatever it might be, so that they're able to also find connection with others, be in harmony with others.